From the heart of Kansas City, we bring you Buck and Bob take on Chiefs Kingdom. I'm Bob.
I'm Buck. We're not fancy analysts.
But we have just as many bad takes. What's up, Buck?
Oh, man, I'm super excited for tonight's episode. We're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff.
Got a lot to talk about.
And Rashee Rice.
And Pennell and... Yeah, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, but we got a lot. But first off, since it's on the thumb, we should talk about Rashee Rice. And dude, how much BS is it that they? I'm so upset about this. They literally went ahead and agreed. I assume it wasn't Rashee Rice's party that agreed the day after the 53-man roster. I assume that was the NFL screwing us once again. We could have kept an extra person. We could have not had two people yanked to from waivers from our freaking roster. We could have had them on the roster. But no, they waited till the day after. That's absurd to me, and I'm just... Anybody who says the Chiefs get special treatment, F off.
Yeah. Well, do you think that was kind of like the goal? Like, do you think they did that on purpose?
It seems kind of obvious. Like, I don't know.
I just think Goodell, I can't speak on that part. I just think Goodell wanted a much, much, much longer, suspension.
Well, it's reported now. For sure, 10 to 12 games is what they came after. Yeah. And then I assume we came back with like 3 to 4, 4 to 5. And then I'm assuming the day after we hit our what's it called? Our 53-man roster. They're like, okay, 6 games. And then Rashee Rice's party says, all right, cool. But they screwed us out of a player. We lost 2 players that we could have kept one had we had him already suspended. And we know it's already taken effect because he wasn't at practice today. So the NFL literally waited a day to offer the plea bargain. It's messed up.
It is messed up.
The timing
sucks. Would it have helped if they would have waited another week to do it?
No. I mean, it would have helped if they would have done it when they do normally this type of thing, especially something that's been a year and a half in the making.
Yeah.
It would have helped if they would have already had it done weeks ago.
Yeah,
and then we know
that as this whole thing is going down, that they were keeping tabs on the situation, and they kind of had a plan in mind, depending on how the court system ended their sentence. And for me, okay, as a fan watching the game, it's going to be the first 6 weeks, which I think is what we wanted. I think that's ideal. You get it out of the way so that you can get him into, full 100% game time form by, the last third of the season and then going into the playoffs. Where does this hurt us ultimately? I mean, it hurts us for the first, 4 to 6 games of the season, right?
6, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but we're going to get to that part. I just want to really let this sink in because no one else seems to be talking about this. Day after 53-man roster is due, the plea bargain comes. That's where I'm like,
okay, so is this one of your tinfoil hat moments?
I don't even think it's a tinfoil hat moment. I mean, I could bring out the tinfoil hat, but it seems just obvious to me. It seems absurdly obvious. It literally the day after they take care of it, and that costs the Chiefs a player. Like, that's the part that's weird, and you can't overlook that. Unless Rice comes out and said, well, we were sitting on it, we were deciding, and we decided the day after the 53-man roster. And in that case, F off Rice. You know, I mean,
Yeah, I really have a hard time believing that. I think that they would have taken 6 games, the first 6 games, right off the bat if that was the first offer from the NFL. Absolutely.
I assume that offer came in the day after. You know, it came in Thursday morning. Or wait, no. When was Wednesday morning?
Tuesday, yeah, so Wednesday.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that it came in right then, and that's what's like weird. But yeah, we can talk about how it's going to affect us going in, but dude.
So my question is though, all right, so yes, it looks strange. What would be the move on the NFL's part though to do it at that time if they were wanting to screw the Chiefs? Is it just about parity, bringing the Chiefs back down to earth to make it a more competitive league? Because that's the only benefit I can see the NFL from making that move.
Well, I mean that's my whole point. That's what I want to try to point out to the masses who aren't going to watch this show. But I want to educate them that the NFL wants parity. They don't want the Chiefs to dominate everything because Taylor Swift is a Chief. They don't want that. Like, that is not what they want. You are an idiot if you actually think that. What has made the NFL huge is the parity. And having a dynasty like the Chiefs is not good for the league.
That's why they make it so hard for that to happen.
Yeah, they'll definitely put us on TV because they're taking the lesser of the two evils. Like, they don't want us to dominate, but if we dominate, they're like, well, we better put them on TV and get us, get us as many eyes on it as possible. And yeah, so it's absurd that happened afterwards, but I'm over it. I just wanted to get a little rant about that. We can talk about, and I do see some questions about Brandy. We're going to get to your question. We're just we're trying to keep it on Rashee Rice here till we're done talking about it, and then we'll jump to that one along with the Mike Pennell and some other ones. But yeah, so the first 6 games.
Okay, so my
literally
next
the hardest part of our season.
All right. So how many games do you think that this cost the Chiefs? You know, injuries aside, everybody's playing at 95% or better as far as health is concerned. That first 6 games, we were going to go 5-1 with Rashee Rice. What are we going to go without Rashee Rice now? Like, how many games do you think actually impact the win-loss record? Do you think we're going to get 2 more losses? None. I don't think
I don't think this impacts us at all, which is the funny part.
The biggest FU to the NFL.
Yeah, I think Rashee Rice on the team, we dominate. Rashee Rice not on the team, we semi-kill him, And now other injuries could happen, and then we could get by the seat of our pants like we did last year. But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, with the offensive line intact like it is right now, I'm just like, okay, like we just won't dominate. Here, I'm going to do this for Coach Gandro. Go Commanders! Go Commanders! Redskins all the way. Wait, no, that's not Commanders. Is that Commanders?
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Commanders. Yep.
The Skins. That's what they should have called them. Just the Skins.
I still don't think that would have passed.
Really? Because it goes from like
it goes from
derogatory to sexual.
Still means the same thing. I don't think anybody would take
the
it as
Skins
sexual.
Means completely sexual at that point. Yeah, it means nothing to Redskins. Yeah, well, but you're just saying because it was okay. I see what you're saying because it was short for Redskins in the past. Okay,
I don't even know that it was in the past, but I think if you go,
I definitely said we played the Skins. I definitely said that in the past.
Most of the people that had a problem with the Redskins being the name would probably still have a problem with the Skins, is my guess. But either way,
they should have just changed their names to the Honkies. I mean, Oh man. Yeah. So. Yeah. What you said? Now you made me forget what I was going. Okay. So yeah. Schedule. So we're playing The Chargers, I mean, okay. Like, they're probably going to be pretty good. They're playing the Eagles, playing the Giants, playing the Ravens, another tough one, playing the Jags, playing the Lions.
Oh, I can't wait for that game.
Yeah, and then, wait, hold on. Did I count that right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get them back for the Raiders, the Raiders. That week. And then the only tough games we have is, hold on, I'll say it, the Commanders. And then we have the Bills. And then the Broncos, the Colts, the Cowboys without Micah Parsons, the Texans, the Chargers, the Titans, the Broncos, the Raiders. Like, not really worried about that. So I think it's going to be actually hilarious because I think we only lose one game leading in to that first 6. And I still think it's the same game. I still think it's the Lions. And so I think we only lose one game. And then we're going to have to laugh at all the Eagles fans and be like, we beat you without even having Rashee Rice.
That's, man, Patrick Mahomes, he doesn't even need to have a star receiver. I can't believe that so many people have lost that point. I mean, look what was that season? 22 he had.
It was the season we won the Super Bowl, and
Sky Moore,
his receivers had the most drops in the NFL. I mean,
and that blows my mind. That blows my mind. And this year he's got capable, if not really good receivers on average. I mean, on average, they're really good. This is going to be, if Hollywood can just stay healthy, though. That's been a point of interest since.
But I'm not even factoring Hollywood into everybody keeps talking about Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, and Xavier Worthy, and I'm just thinking about Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and Tyquan Thornton. Like, dude, Hollywood's an afterthought to me right now. If he's on the field, cool. We're gonna get something from him. If he's not, okay, I don't care.
I think Tyquan will probably end up as our second wide receiver.
I think he's going to play the X. I mean,
X, especially the first 6 games.
think he's going to be predominantly the X, and maybe if Brownlee actually sticks on the roster and doesn't get moved to the practice squad at some point, then I think Brownlee is just his spell at the X. But yeah, I'm not even really thinking about that. Like, I'm thinking like we're if the offensive line is going, we're unstoppable, dude. Like, that's just all there is to it, And if Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, we are set.
We're in the Super Bowl again.
And yeah, there's a lot could happen, but
O'Brien says my volume is weak. Add 15%.
Yeah, so I was just wanting to try to see if we're close because it's hard for us to tell with this StreamYard shit. And we did get Buck a new mic and a new amp, and he's got the whole thing so he can yell just like I can and not blow your guys' ear off. So
I can, but now that I got it, I don't feel like yelling anymore. So
just be like,
here we are.
Us.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
That's one big bitch.
All right. So,
but yeah, I mean, Chad, do you guys think it actually matters for us winning and losing games? I think it matters for us dominating games. Because I think
it'll matter in the playoffs. I think it'll matter.
Yeah, but I mean,
and he'll
as long as he's not hurt, he's back by then. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this. So we've got, I think we would probably agree on who's at the bottom of the barrel with the wide receiver group right now. It's probably Jason Brownlee and Nico Remigio, right?
Yeah, Nico being at the very bottom.
You think Nico's number?
At the very bottom. Yeah, he literally made the team because of punt returning. Like it's just like McCole Hardman last year. He literally made the team because of punt returning. guys, don't DM me, don't at me. He's not a good wide receiver yet. He might be, maybe someday, but not yet. Like, he might be a good slot receiver.
Moore,
he's never going to fit in. He's basically the same as Sky Moore as far as wideout goes. He's just way better at punt returning.
Well, he made some catches in the preseason.
Dude, yeah, but he didn't make any long catches. He isn't that type of guy, and I'm rooting for him, but dude, you have to be a crazy type of wideout to make it in Andy Reid's offense. Like, I don't even think A.J. Brown would make it in Andy Reid's offense, or even Antonio Brown. If we're going Browns, I don't think they would, because they play one type of wide receiver. Andy requires his receivers to play all. If Nico played just slot, it'd be just like Sky. He'd be good, but that isn't the way the offense works. And it's like having, like, the reason that the offense works is because nobody knows where Andy's going, and that's because all the receivers can play all the different spots, and that's what makes it go. So as soon as you have somebody who, like, that's why we don't know if Brashard Smith's going to work, because he's going to have to be good at pass pro, or you know exactly what's happening when he comes on the field on third down. They're passing it,
Yep.
like, so yeah, it's just like, and they're passing it, and he's not staying back; he's going out. So they basically know they can load the box at that point. So it's just, Nico's not gonna work there. Nico's the lowest. That's my opinion. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't have a feeling either way. I just think, Brownlee, I didn't get to watch as much of the training camps as you did by any stretch. So I'm sure you've got a stronger opinion about Brownlee than I do. What we saw from Brownlee in the last two games, I think, was pretty damn good. I think he earned the spot on there. To me,
he's looked real good in camp.
Enough to say, all right, he's definitely got that spot over Remigio.
Yeah, well, and so one of the big things. Oh, and Buck, if you're seeing anything we should talk about, go in and chat. I'm trying to watch it too. Make sure to hit a star on it, because we can go back to it over in this other spot, so we can bring him back. But yeah, and guys, if you have a specific question, putting question marks in front of it helps us a lot. I identify them quickly. But yeah, Brownlee, the thing is, people just don't. They're two completely different positions. Basically, they're both wideouts, but they're completely different positions. So I can't really say. I'd say Brownlee's the lowest X receiver we have. I'd say that Sky is the lowest slot or not Sky. Nico. I'm sorry, Nico. I apologize for that.
See, even you feel bad comparing them.
Well, it's not really that. It's just that Sky has such a bad demeanor. I think Nico has a chance to really, shine out here, punt returning and stuff. But I think he's the lowest slot receiver. Now, that being said, they're supposed to be able to both play both. So, you know what I mean? So, but they're still different skill sets. Like, you're never going to see Nico go out for that back shoulder end zone catch. That just ain't gonna happen. The reason that could happen with Brownlee or Thornton is just because length of body and length of arms. Like, you're throwing it out to where the defender can't get to it. The defender's still as close to Nico as he's going to be close to Brownlee. It's just Brownlee can reach out a foot longer and catch the ball away from the defender. So it's nothing on Nico. It's just height, it's just height and length of arms. So it just opens up a lot more. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to get the biggest topics off here, and then we can take some questions. But Mike Pennell, I want to do this, and then we can take whatever questions chat has. Mike Pennell, dude. What the hell happened? Because, okay, go ahead. Because you haven't heard a lot about this, so you go ahead.
I haven't heard a whole lot. I mean, I've heard, that he didn't make the team. My question is, I didn't see him out there a lot in the in the preseason games, and I don't know if that. I think a lot of people just assumed that meant that he was a lock. I mean, I don't think anybody was prepared.
I assumed he was a lock
for Pennell not to make this team. I think most people that had an opinion thought he was going to make this team. So maybe we were reading the tea leaves wrong. He was, he wasn't playing a whole lot because they were given opportunities to other guys and they liked what they saw out of these other guys.
So I don't. Yeah. So I was talking to Jules, fan of all of the different podcasts that I met at the All Chiefed Up get together, and then we found out we both go to the same dog park. So I see him at the dog park here and there. I was talking to him, and okay, so he was asking me, I don't know if it was him or not. Somebody was basically saying that they brought in. No, it wasn't him. No, it's been a lot of people on Twitter and everything else. That's what it is. They're saying that we brought in Noddy, and that's why we didn't. That's why we didn't keep Pennell. And I say, not a chance. Okay, see, I could be crazy, but I'm pretty, I've gotten pretty knowledgeable on this. And Noddy is nothing even close to the same position that Pennell plays. Yes, they both are defensive tackles. Okay, I believe Noddy was brought in because Omar Norman Lott is beat up and they don't know when he's going to be back. And they still aren't even sure because they haven't really got to see a good look at him because his ankle's been hurt the entire time. They brought Noddy back to spell Chris Jones. Okay, the pass rushing defensive tackle. On rundowns, Mike Pennell was supposed to be the guy next to Chris Jones. Period. He's the only big boy, nose tackle type defensive tackle that we have on the team. In fact, I think on the Chiefs website, he's the only one marked as a nose tackle. Now, I don't think he'd be amazing in a 3-4 as a nose tackle, just because I think he'd need to be a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, stronger. But he's still a nose tackle type, run stopper, stuffer guy. We don't have another one of those unless it's a rookie or somebody that I haven't gotten a lot of looks at. We don't have one of those. We literally are missing one big run stopper dude, and maybe we could get by, but I don't think so with what our division is doing, with what the Raiders are doing and what the freaking Chargers are doing. They're trying to just go to the Marty Schottenheimer Marty ball, run the ball, tire us out. And without Mike Pennell, I don't know what we do. So I don't think that was the plan at all. I don't think Derek Noddy coming to the team had anything to do with it at all. I think, and dude, this is complete speculation. Don't take this as fact, but I feel it's true. I think the Chiefs, they've done a lot of shenanigans where they drop people, bring them back up because they can put more people on IR and designated to return IR after the 53-man's locked. So they could only put 2 prior to that. So they were just like, well, Pennell, we've done this before with him. We'll just go ahead and drop him, and then we'll just sign him tomorrow. I think Pennell's butthurt and just I feel like I've earned my spot at this point. His tweet was so weird. It was just it was definitely he felt like he was I don't know, disrespected is what it felt like in his tweet, where he said, this is weird, And I think the Chiefs had every intention. I know they talked to Tanyan, right? I don't know. I speculate and almost for sure, positively, speculatively opinion, I'm pretty sure Tanya talked to the Chiefs. The Chiefs talked to him and said, hey, bro, we're going to sign you back. We're going to drop you. Because Tanya got multiple calls as soon as he didn't make the roster. I wonder if they forgot to talk to Pinnell and make sure it was okay with him. Like, and he's butthurt. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to see if other teams want me. Like, that's where I'm at because it makes no sense whatsoever. Like,
well, HD Chiefs fan, he thinks that Noddy was just cheap depth that wouldn't need to learn Spag system. That's definitely not a bad theory. I mean,
yeah, but it's depth for Chris Jones, not for Mike Pinnell.
Right.
Like, Noddy's not a run stopper. Like, he's not that big boy guy. That's what throws me off. You know, and I think Noddy was literally brought in because I think they're a little nervous about Omar Norman Lott. Honestly, I think they are. He's been hurt the entire preseason, the entire training camp, and they're just not sure what they have in him. I think they feel strongly he's going to be good, but at the same time, they want insurance, you know, and Noddy's good, cheap insurance.
Well, Brandon thinks we should have traded Mike Pinnell and then should have got him back in a trade. Because that's what Brett Veach does, man.
But, well, usually Brett Veach will trade him, and then he'll just get him back, sign him for free agency when the team drops him. But, yeah, it's really bizarre what's going on with the Mike Pinnell stuff. And I've talked to multiple content creators who are just like, what the hell? Like, and then I've seen them make videos too. Like, it's definitely bizarre. And
yeah.
I think the plan was to sign him back. I'm pretty sure the plan was to sign him back. And he's butthurt right now.
That they just forgot to have this discussion with him. You would think that, you know, people.
Well, why? Why?
Why what?
Why? Why
hard for me to believe?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about people that run a very large corporation, and it's very much in the public eye. Everything that you do is out there for speculation. It's very hard for me to believe that they don't have a list of those guys that they want to talk to, and then when they talk to one, they cross it off.
Well, who would have that list?
Brett Veach, Mark Donovan, Clark Hunt.
You think? You think they're probably marking like maybe they split maybe they split the list up, right?
If you have a plan, and that is to talk to your players to make some roster moves that have to be done because there's a limit, right? And you want these guys to leave the facility walking out, not being butthurt. I think that's a very important step. I don't think it's something that they take lightly and just like, oh, shit, did we talk to Mike today? I don't know. Well, maybe we'll see him tomorrow.
I don't think it was that at all. Yeah, I don't think it was that at all. I think it was literally just an oversight. Like, I mean, they're literally cutting 90 people, 37 people in one day?
Yeah, whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost 1,200 people league-wide. They're also looking at who else is being cut. They're also, I mean, the amount of things going on is absolutely absurd, and nothing you and I have ever done work-wise compares to that. So that's what I do know what you've done. Unless it was before your early 20s, then I know what you've done. But yeah, nothing that we've done even compares to the complexity of what that staff's doing. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, like, it's real easy to put ourselves in their shoes fakely without actually understanding everything that goes on. And just think the different meetings that they had with different players. Think about how many of them ran longer than they planned to run, right? Like, think, this one breaks out and starts just bawling and talking about his mama, and you're going to console him, and you're not going to be like, all right, well, your 15 minutes is up. You need to get out of the office. I mean, some people probably do that, but I feel like the Chiefs, you see what I'm saying? There's a lot of emotions that day, a lot of things could slip through the cracks. That's where I'm going with it. I don't think it was being cocky and being like, "Oh, we don't need to talk to him." I think it was just a slip up.
Or do you think that maybe they weren't as hype on Pinnell as everybody thought they were?
Not a chance.
You don't think so?
No, he's looked great, unless he slept with like Veach's wife or something. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no way. Like, Pinnell, everybody in the know. Like, you're talking about like Matt Derrick. You're talking about all like Nick Jacobs. All these people that have been following the Chiefs for years. They're the same way. They just don't know what the hell is going on. Everybody's shocked.
Yeah, HD Chiefs fan, I think he sides with me on this one. I can't believe that your theory is what happened, Bob. This isn't a rookie organization. They definitely know who they're keeping and who they're releasing.
Yeah, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie organization or a long-term one. The amount that they have to do on that day is something that you, I, anybody in this chat, and probably 99% of the world will never have to deal with and never actually understand the press there. Like, so I'm not calling it a rookie organization at all. I'm saying it's like you look at the Browns.
Leadership. It's not like Brett Veach has to make all of these calls and all of these decisions and have all of these conversations. You know, like you said, my guess would be Andy would be the one talking to him. If if it's somebody that they expect.
Who all is Andy going to talk to?
Anybody that they're going to drop that they want to pick up at a later time.
So you think Andy talked to 10 different players?
Absolutely, I do.
How did he have the time to do that? Like.
Well, it doesn't have to be an hour-long conversation. It can be a 5 or 10-minute conversation.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like, if it's a 10-minute conversation, that's still, an hour
and a half,
an hour and 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
like
40 minutes.
Yeah, I think most likely it would be.
That's a big step in the plan, right? That's not just some tiny little side note that they're like, well, I guess we are going to drop some guys. We kind of want to pick them up again. So I think that's
there is no kind of like they literally did it after the day after the 53-man roster. It's just Pinnell didn't come back. I mean, they literally did it with Tanya and everybody else.
We're just talking about there's so many, and maybe they do. Maybe it was one guy's job to do that and he didn't do that, and he's the one guy that really sucks at his job up there. That's entirely possible. That's just a hard one.
And I'm not even. Yeah, and that's where you're and I differ. I'm not saying they suck at their job. I'm saying that shit could happen. You look at the Browns, and it probably happens 20 times like this. Like, the Chiefs let one thing slip through the cracks. Like, that's fucking epic. Like that's above epic. So yeah, I think that you guys put these guys on pedestals, and since I've met a lot of them now, I actually understand they're just like us. They just have a little bit different training and different education, but they're just like us. And they're fallible, and they can screw up, and it doesn't matter how how multi-million-dollar blah 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 whatever. Like, I know guys that make $300K a year that I'm smarter than. It doesn't matter. I know guys that make way less than me that are smarter than me. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It's just like, things can slip through the cracks. It's just the way it is. And, HD Chiefs fan says we will have to disagree or agree to disagree on this situation. And that is totally fine. That is totally fine. Yeah. I'm giving my theory. It could for sure be wrong. I'm just giving my theory with all my experiences and my situation, which is not in the locker room. It's not you know what I mean? It's a ton of time at training camp, time talking to different people, time watching press conferences, but it's still, it's still flawed. It's still flawed. There could be other people that have, the right thing, but I'd love to know what the right thing is, man.
I don't think we're ever gonna know unless, Pennell comes out and says it, and then can we believe everything he says? I mean, if he's actually butthurt, can we believe that his take is the true one?
Wait, are you gonna read this?
Yeah, I'll read it. HT Chiefs fan said, if Pennell got so butthurt, then that would be the most childlike behavior to take his football and leave. Just doesn't make sense.
See, and that's where I don't know, man. Like,
some of these
I
guys
don't know that,
butthurt.
dude. I mean, you would
not
too.
Every NFL player
like,
is a professional.
Okay, but Mike dude, I've seen him in interviews and stuff. All I'm saying, he's done this before for the Chiefs. I just wonder if this time he was like, dude, I earned my stripes. Like, why are you putting me and my family through this? Like, I earned my stripes. Why are you doing this? Like, I don't know. Like, and he could for sure come back. It could just be that he's like, you know what? They did it. They thought I was gonna play ball, but I'm gonna see. I was like, the top 18th run stopper, defensive lineman in the NFL last year. I'm gonna see what I can get. See what more I could feed my family. I've got the rings now. Maybe I want a payday. Maybe he's thinking he can find something else. Maybe it'll be like a Charles Omenihu and he comes back. Like, run stopping defensive tackles aren't usually very marketable, like, so maybe he'll come back. I don't know. This is just my guess, and I would love to hear your guess. Like, let's hear your guess. Like, do you think the Chiefs just didn't want him?
That's hard for me to say because my mind was so set on him making this team. So it's hard.
I know everybody's was.
But I don't know if that's harder for me to believe than your theory. Just honestly, with all of the different coaches and all of the different things that they have to get done, but they're also a very professionally run organization and they're going to have checks and balances. So it's not necessarily just my job to make these calls, but it's my job to make these calls. Coach in the office next door to me has made his calls. And if he hasn't, it's not a shame thing. It's just a, hey, remember, you got to make these calls. Let me look at your list. Did you make those calls? You did. Okay. Well, here's my list. I made those calls, like a buddy system. It's just when you're running an organization with so many different things that has to get done, there has to be checks and balances. It's just hard that it's hard to think that something like that is just going to slip through the cracks. That's a hard one for me to grasp onto, is all I'm saying.
Also, and I don't know what the rules are, like tampering wise. Like, I don't know. Can they ask him straight out, if we drop you, will you come back? Or do they have to like slide by like so if we were to drop you, would you be willing to come back? You know what I mean? Like,
or pass him a little note like,
because there is
we like
rules
you.
on that type of
like
shit.
Us? Are you willing to come back?
She
sign yes or no.
She passed it out. Check yes, no. You said you didn't like country.
I don't.
Well, you just talked about one of the most famous George Strait songs of all time.
Oh, it's purely coincidental.
I'm curious, like, how much they could actually, like, is that tampering? Like, I don't know. Like, it'd be interesting to know, because
I can see how in like college something like that could be frowned upon, but in the pros,
it's like,
I have a hard time thinking that would be a problem. But I don't know.
And whoever talked to Mike, like, so you said, like, so you said Andy would probably talk to him, right? Like, put this situation here. Andy's super, super, super busy, and he's got to talk to a few other people, like Tanyan, like Jake Brimmingstool, like the guys that he doesn't know really well, that he wants to make sure that they're good. And, like, somebody like a side coach is like, hey, I'll take care of Pennell. We're cool. And then side coach goes over to Pennell and is like, hey, so we're going to do this. And Pennell's like, Andy couldn't come talk to me? Andy couldn't come talk to me. I've been here for this long. Andy couldn't come talk to me. I mean, human beings, we talk about the mental all the time. Managing human beings is one of the hardest things on earth. Like, if you haven't been in management, you don't know. Like,
it's very true.
Managing human beings is
I
hard.
See that. I can buy into that theory a little bit.
Yeah, there's so many different things that could have went wrong.
Cracks for sure, but
yeah, like so many things. But that's what I meant. It's so hard to like convey all the different theories I have in my head, but it's just basically I think somehow he felt he was slighted. That's what I feel from his tweet. I don't know how he was slighted, but that's what I feel. And I'm hoping, Andy can call him up and be like, let's get a cheeseburger. Just shows up at his house, knocks on the door, and he has a cheeseburger. I don't know. I don't know what you can do.
Hangs up his cleats. I'm sure him and Andy will sit down and have a cheeseburger together someday.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird thing. We've talked about it forever. It was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. We'd love to know your theories. If you guys are watching this later, like put them down in the comments. Let us know what you thought. Because it's baffling to me, and it's not just baffling to me and Buck. It's baffling all over the place. I mean, Cole from How About Those Chiefs is confused. Michael Darcy's confused. But the all chiefed up guys are confused. Everybody's confused. We just like to know, and I like to know who they're going to have as a run stopper, like, because I'm worried about that, like really worried. Also, Twitter's showing out tonight, man. Don't YouTube's kind of quiet, but we got freaking 60 people watching on X here. Good deal, guys. We got one guy watching on Twitch and nobody on Facebook. I'm so confused on how this works. I'm so confused. What do we got here from HD Chiefs?
The only thing that makes sense to me is that a conversation was had between parties in private, as it should be, and a decision was made. So I wonder if he wanted more. Maybe he was just expecting more. Maybe a long-term contract or at least
you think
conversation. So? No, I don't know. I mean, maybe he just wanted to have a conversation with him. Maybe not a long-term contract. Maybe a 2-year or 3-year deal. And nothing breaking the bank. But I think he could have wanted a little more security, and they weren't willing to give it to him.
That's possible. Maybe a contract rework. All I know is that I'm almost positive, and I will put my money on it, that the Chiefs wanted to keep him. That's where my money's at. The Chiefs wanted to keep him. Something went wrong. That's where I'm almost positive. All of my other stuff is just theories that I'm throwing out there.
For reactions, yeah.
All right, we have 3 questions here. They're all the same question.
How about Clyde Edwards-Helaire back on the practice squad from Brandy? I think that's cool, man. I really do. I don't think I don't think that he's got a chance to really make it back out on the field unless somebody gets injured. But I mean, it's cool, nostalgic. I mean, glad to have you back in Kansas City, Clyde. But I don't foresee him being a big part of this offense.
Well, I mean, he's on the practice squad. He probably won't be brought up. But yeah. I think this is fantastic. I think Clyde knows a lot about the offense, and can work with young guys like Brashard Smith. Like, he's going to be in the building with them. I think he's a guy we could bring up quickly if things don't like if somebody gets hurt, something happens, we can bring him up quickly. He can jump right in the offense. He can contribute right away. Like, I think that's awesome, and I think he just makes the room better by being there, by being a vet in a very young room.
It's well put. I like that.
Yeah, and
Speaking of running backs, how sad are we that Steele didn't make this team?
I'm not sad. I'm surprised. Like I didn't
sad.
like. I wouldn't have kept him. Like I mean, I've like you wouldn't have kept him, but we thought Andy was going to keep him.
I don't know. With all the different, with his success on the special teams, I thought that was enough to at least give him a look. And then we saw him.
Yeah, he's a monster on
tight ends,
special teams.
And
I just thought with all the different stuff he was doing, I thought Andy, I think he probably was a lock for this team. I think we actually overperformed in getting people on. Like Robert Tonyan came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Tyquan Thornton, the Chiefs probably knew he was going to be awesome, right? We didn't, but the Chiefs probably were like, you know, but like Robert Tonyan, big Bobby Tonyan, we didn't know that was going to happen. We didn't know Brownlee was going to be freaking awesome. We didn't know these things. So I think that just made it so they were thinking, well, he'll probably make it past waivers. He hasn't made a bunch of, we've seen that NFL teams don't really pay attention to special teams. So he probably was going to be there. We signed him back to the practice squad. We still have him, so I think it was probably a smart move not to take him. But yeah, I thought Andy wanted to keep him so much, even though I wasn't really sure that I would have kept him. But I thought Andy was going to keep him.
So we got Clyde and we got Steele on the practice squad right now. So devil's advocate, Kareem Hunt goes down week 1, and they got to pull somebody up. Who gets the call first? Steele's a lot more familiar with this.
If it's Hunt, Steele. If it's Pacheco, Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, really? You think it changes based on who it is?
Yeah, just because they'd want a pounder.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess.
It's a good thought. I think either way it would be Steele, just because, if it was week 1, it would be so soon. He's been with this team and playing with this offense up until this week, whereas Helaire's been gone for a few months.
Okay, you're saying in training camp. Okay, because I was like, we just got rid of Helaire last year.
Yeah, no, but Steele's been with this. He was with the team all last year and all through training camp and all the way up until this last week.
Yeah. The only difference though is just training camp though for him, because Edwards-Helaire. Am I crazy? Wasn't he with us till the end of the year?
Was he?
Yeah, we dropped him.
When we first started talking about this, in my head, I was thinking, hey, he's been gone for a couple of years now. But then,
no.
When I think about it, I know he.
No, it was just last year.
Did he?
When did the Chiefs release Clyde Edwards-Helaire? December 16th, 2024.
Okay.
So just a little bit before about a month before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. But I do see that
from the
though.
record.
But I do see what you're saying though. Like training camp's big, and I don't know. Clyde signed with somebody else. I don't know that he went through a full training camp. Like he could be off the couch just like Hunt was last year, because Hunt wasn't in a training camp last year. So
he's only 26.
Looks like HD Chiefs fans agreeing with you, sir.
Seems to be the way it's happening tonight.
Yeah, HD's on your side tonight. Just not my night. It's just not my night.
Great minds think alike.
Well, not usually, but the last time we talked about this, he was on my side every time. But you changed your mind when he was on my side. You're like, oh, well, maybe since HD Chiefs fan thinks it.
He's a smart guy, man.
But yeah. See, I just you got to give me some really good arguments. My mind definitely changes. You can see it happen on the show, but I need good arguments. I need good I can't just trust that you're a smart guy to change my argument. I need some facts. I need some statistics. I need you to make me go, oh, I didn't think about that. Like, if you hear me say, oh, I didn't think about that, that's my biggest compliment. All right.
I've heard you say that once or twice.
Yeah. I mean, I have. Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
and it's a huge compliment from me.
He was on IR due to his.
That's why you're not remembering him on the team, because he basically just wasn't there all last year, but he was on the team. He just, yeah. I should have thought of that and mentioned that. Yeah. All right, so what else we got here? What else we got? Do we have any other questions? I thought there were some other questions. Ryan had a lot to say. No questions, though.
What about the linebackers? Any big surprises there? I was kind of surprised they kept 6.
I was very surprised. I mean, dude, okay, if you look, like, our base stance is a 4-3 nickel, which is 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends, 2 linebackers, 3 corners, 2 safeties, or 3 safeties, 2 corners, whatever. But that's our base package that we're almost all the time in, unless we are for sure they are running. So with usually only 2 linebackers on the field, it's just weird, I think, that we took as many as we did. Although our 53-man roster was pretty damn close. Like really, really close to what actually happened. But yeah, we only had 5
nailed the
linebackers.
Special teams, by the way, nailed it.
Nailed it. Oh yeah,
you're
100%.
Welcome, Chiefs fans.
100%.
Yep. Stay tuned for more.
But yeah, it's like it's weird for me that they have the extra, but maybe it's because people were banged up, or I like that we kept that one linebacker, Brandon George, the one that was super athletic but just super green. Just doesn't know like what he just isn't trained, but he's that super athletic guy. We didn't keep him on the 53, but we kept him on the we signed him to the practice squad after, which was pretty cool. But as far as the weird ones, I'm trying to pull up the 53. Do you have it?
Yeah. We got Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquil, Jeffrey Bassa, Leo Chanel, Jack Cochran, and Cooper McDonald.
Yeah, the Cooper McDonald is the weird one.
It is, yeah.
For us.
Jack Cochran, I guess he was doing some things. I didn't expect him to make it.
Jack Cochran, did we?
Remember when we did our way too early 53 and we put, I think it was Cam Ward?
Yeah.
And that was before he got hurt?
Was it Jack Cochran we didn't do?
Yeah, I think it was Jack Cochran. So I think he would have made that.
Oh, I thought it was.
I could be wrong.
I thought we didn't take him. We didn't take him because we took Cole Christian. We said why not somebody like Cole Christensen, who we just signed to the practice squad, who we did drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here I have to find our 53-man.
Richie's been quiet for a little while.
Where is our 53?
Cochran was all Dave Tobe. He needs him on special teams.
I'm trying to find our 53-man roster. There, I found it. Okay, so we had Nick Bolton, Leo Chanel, Drew Tranquil, Jeffrey Bassa, and Cam Jones. We did not have Cole Christensen. We took Cam Jones over Cole Christensen. So read off theirs again.
Nick Bolton, Tranquil, Bassa, Chanel, Cochran, and McDonald.
Yeah, we didn't even think about Jack Cochran. Why? Oh, because he hasn't done shit. Yeah. He's like a complete. He's a complete
he's a special team specialist.
Special team guy. Yeah, which I thought, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, look, like, if you don't have special team stats, this dude doesn't have stats. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's why I just I don't see it. Somebody tell me why I'm wrong. Like, I think Carson Steele would have been better. Yeah, but I think Carson Steele's a better special teams player. Like, so, and more upside.
Are we talking about the same position on the special teams, though?
Yeah. Like, yeah. They're both the big tackler guys. Like, they're
a returner, too.
Well, was not much, though. Not much. Like, he was mostly, like, he was a badass, like, run down the field tackler. I was never really talking about when I talk about him being good at special teams, was never talking about his return skills. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with the Jack Cochran thing, but what do I know? Yeah, I mean, Cole Christensen had nothing either, but
I just think that I'm kind of surprised that we kept 6 linebackers. I really kind of thought 4 or 5 was going to be the max, but
yeah, and I would have much rather, like, who was the offensive lineman we lost? Hey, good night, HC Chiefs fan.
Oh yeah, good night, buddy.
Who was the linebacker we lost? Or the offensive lineman that would look like a beast. We lost him to the Jets. I can't say his name. It was Essapole, offensive tackle. I would have liked to have seen him. And Cam Jones got picked up from waivers also.
By the Jets.
I feel like, I feel like we keep Cam Jones. Then I feel like see, I already forgot his name again. Jack Cochran doesn't get picked up from waivers. Like, I don't know why they got rid of Cam. Like, I thought Cam looked really good all through training camp and everything. I felt pretty strongly about it. I'm not the only one either. Like, so that's weird. But Essapole would have been a huge guy to just keep on, you know. Although I don't know that we could have moved him to the practice squad. That's the problem. Like, because he's young, and he would have had to clear waivers anytime you try to move him to the practice squad. So I don't know that we even could have got him to the practice squad.
He did get a little bit banged up. I do remember that, Cam Jones.
Yep.
All right. All right.
What else we got?
No Bobby Tonyan. I think that's my biggest surprise, other than Mike Pennell.
Well,
Bobby Tonyan is my biggest surprise.
But Bobby's on. Like, he's on the 53 man now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, that was the whole point. Like, and so would Pennell would be on here now if he had been cool with the ruse or whatever. Yeah.
And this might not be the most updated 53-man roster then that I have here.
Well, you probably have the one that
it was probably the original.
Yeah. So, yep, Chiefs make 9 moves on Thursday. Signed tight end Robert Tonyan to the 53-man roster. He was signed to the practice squad first and moved to the 53. Who else was? There's a few different people moved back on to the Like normally I would have grabbed this, but I was hoping Chad would just tell us all this stuff. I mean, I know it. I just can't pull it off the top of my head. Like I've been watching it. I've been making a video, and my freaking watch has been blowing up with Twitter. Micah Parsons. But
it's not on the Chiefs player roster right now on the Chiefs.com.
Yeah, I mean they haven't, but I mean just I mean just search Robert Tonyan and you'll see 7 articles talking about him being signed to the Chiefs 53-man roster. Yep. You need to start checking X, man. X is what'll tell you what's going on.
You're really good at selling it when you're talking about how your watch is blowing up making this video. That's
well, it's annoying as hell, but it's very educational and very, it's very useful. Like, I was just, stop. Like, dude, I'm sitting there editing. It was like, God, what time was it? It was whenever Micah Parsons got traded and it came out. And I'm editing, and all of a sudden my watch just goes. I mean, literally like 50 times in 30 seconds. And I'm like, what? And I look and I was like, oh, Micah Parsons got traded. Really? Oh, wow. Yeah. Like it's annoying, but it's definitely good. Yeah. Who else did we sign back to the 53? Chiefs signed to 53.
Yeah, I'm with you, Witchy. I've avoided toxicity of X all this time. Not going to dive into that swamp, LOL. I actually have it on my phone, and it will throw up something every once in a while, but it's all news, and I hate the news, so I just usually swipe off it. I'm so lazy that I don't go change the settings. I need to do that.
Right, so... yeah. They did a lot of stuff with the practice squad. I'm trying to see who else got. I believe Matt Derrick, the last time I saw it, there were two open spots still left on the 53-man roster. Like, that was the whole point that I was talking about when we started. Like, the Chiefs
I didn't realize that he was back on the 53.
Yeah, so, like, the Chiefs can, like, the whole reason is because he's not a rookie. If you have 4 years of NFL experience or more, you do not have to clear waivers. So you could do, if a team drops you, you could do whatever you want. You could go to a team, you can, you could do whatever you please. Whereas anybody with, less than 4 years experience in the league can like have to go by waivers. And then before the 53-man cut, you can only designate 2 players to go to IR and come back in 4 weeks. So they had to hold on to players, do the 53-man, then designate them on IR, then they could bring back the people they dropped, like Mike Pennell.
Yeah, I was flipping through some different news articles here about Robert Tonyan, and this one on Arrowhead Pride. The title says Kansas City shows why the term final roster is an NFL myth.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question then, and this may be a stupid question. So
there's no stupid questions.
What's the point of making a 53-man roster that doesn't include Robert Tonyan and then picking him up 2 days later? So don't they still have to drop somebody else? Or is that what you're talking about, putting somebody on IR then at that point so that they can grab him?
But you could only be, prior to the 53-man roster, you could only put 2 people on IR with the chance of coming back in 4 weeks. After the 53-man cut, you could do 6 more. You could only do 8 in the season. Actually, I'm not sure about the 6. We should look that up or have chat maybe tell us. But yeah, basically you could put more on the IR designation to come back, but it's a finite number. For sure, it's only 2 before the 53-man roster. So that's why you have to wait, because you put those younger guys out, they're going to get snagged. So you wait, and then you put them on 4-week IR, and then you can bring them back in the season. But yeah, let's actually look that up. Okay, so explain.
Yeah, Witchy said they had to drop him for a day to put Brenningstool on IR.
Yep. Yeah, he
5 tight ends.
He was one of the guys that they but they didn't have, they put him on, hold on. They did. Yeah, they put him on injured he was the only one that they used of their injured reserve prior to the 53-man roster. They could do 2. They can put as many people they want on injured reserve, but they're out the entire year unless they designate them to return. So they put FAU on injured reserve Gonzo, right? He's out for the year. They put somebody else on there too. I've already forgotten who it was. I feel bad. Explain injured reserve.
Bush,
okay.
Maybe?
Who?
Was it that safety, Bush? Was that his name?
Did they put him on injured reserve, or did they get rid of him?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No.
Nazi Johnson. No?
Johnson. Nazi Johnson's designated to return, though, right? Witchy? I think they put Brandon George on for the entire year. Or did they do it after 53-man cuts? Because then they could do more of those. Was it before or after 53-man cuts, Witchy?
Yeah, him and Jake are designated to come back. Nazi, I think, is what she's saying.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. I'm just trying to get the amount of players. Like, I know it's only 2 prior to 53-man, but there's more added after, and I think it's 6, a total of 8. But I can't find it right now.
And they've got the whole season to use. They don't have to use that.
Yeah, they don't have to use it now.
What about the initial 2? If they only use one of those spots, can they bank that other one and use it after the 53-man, or is it?
I'm not sure here. Reserve. Yeah. These are 4 games. Teams may designate up to 8 players to return from IR during the regular season, up from 10 if the team makes the postseason. So you could actually get 2 more if you make the postseason. Individual players can be designated twice. So, okay, so the main thing is you get 8. So I was right. You get 8, and then but you only get 2 prior to the 53-man roster cut, because it'd be a real easy way to finagle the system. It's probably why they switched that rule up. You get 6 more after a total of 8. So if they didn't use 2 prior to 53-man, they'd still have 8. But they're allowed to use 2 before they do the 53-man cuts. Okay. So it's a lot of JJ'd be good at this.
Yeah, he would.
He wouldn't be good with the people. He'd be good with the moving around. And he'd be like, JJ, we have to talk him into that.
He'd be like, dude, if you stick this guy here and this guy here, he'd come up with new stuff. We'd start hearing about the JJ loopholes in the NFL.
All right. Well, yeah. What do we got here? Do we have anything else to talk about? Oh, you locked up, Buck?
Yeah, you locked up a minute ago.
Oh, I hope Yeah, I hope it's been a good show for people. We're not locking up constantly.
I mean, Micah Parsons, we can talk about that, but I don't really have any. It doesn't affect the Chiefs, really. I mean, he's in the C, so
Yeah, well,
be fun to play him in the playoffs.
You're like roboting over here, so yeah, you're like stuck. Oh, you came back for a second. Did you reboot your router?
Yes, I did.
Huh. I wonder if it's me or if it's you. Chat, who's the one breaking up? I want to know if it's me or it's him.
Maybe we're both breaking up.
Do you have the little thing at the top of your screen? Because I don't. I'm like completely looking at myself. Everything looks great.
Yeah.
Do you have the thing up there?
What, that says the bad connection or whatever?
Yeah. Yep, it's Buck. All right, well, guys, yeah, had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we've went. We're gonna be. Things will be changing for this season. We're trying to figure everything out, but we've got some ideas for videos. We've got a different video that's very different from what anybody else is putting out, coming out tomorrow. I put a lot of work into it. I hope you guys like it. I hope the internet likes it. I hope it helps us grow, because I want more people in here talking to us while we're doing the live show. So I want more chatters. I want more people sparking our brains, pulling us out of our echo chambers, and yeah, I just want more, and I want it now, want it all. Yep. So we're gonna have to see you later. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Ba-doo-ba-da-boop. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Sorry, Buck couldn't be here.